Hey, it's Leah from West and Leah 1023 XLC hanging out in the back of my house for another edition of Blarney's Weekend Update. We see everything going on at Blarney Island and chat a little bit with my friend Rob. Rob, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
Trying to do the corny disc jockey type. Hey, how's it going?
And as much as I try to do it, I sound even stupider than they do. Stupider? Is that a word?
Well, we'll give you a little bit of creative license there.
Thank
More
you.
stupid would be.
Rob, I just woke up from a nap, and you ever take one of those naps where you wake up and you don't know who you are or where you're supposed to be?
If I ever was able to nap, I could maybe relate to you, but no.
One day, because you have a baby, right?
I do.
All right. So when you're like 4 or 5 years old and they're more entertained by the TV for a couple minutes, napping a solid 20-minute nap here and there.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the concept. Make no mistake. I'd love to try it out. It just never seems to work that way.
But I did. I woke up and I thought it was Wednesday morning and not Wednesday afternoon. I couldn't figure out why it was light out at 3 a.m. Anyway, that's besides the point.
Welcome to Wednesday afternoon.
Here we are. It's hump day. It's hump day. And as we do every Wednesday, we chat with you, do our Blarney Weekend Update, and just see everything going on at Blarney Island. So let's kick it off with tomorrow. What's up?
Yeah, so starting tomorrow, of course, Thursday is boat race day. So Thunder on the Chain, as it's called, as we've discussed before. The chain of lakes, the race boats sound like thunder roaring past, and thus the name Thunder on the Chain. So tomorrow night, we've got boat races with a special guest. State Rep Tom Weber is having a fundraiser as well. And so it looks like it should be really nice weather for boat racing. Looking forward to that. If you guys have never been to the boat races, you should check it out. It's pretty incredible. People, I'm going to say there's at least as many people that sit in their own boats along the race course and just watch the races and then go home, never even step foot on Blarney. There's probably at least as many people who do that as actually come to the island. So it's quite the spectator.
What time does all that usually get started?
Races get started about 6.
Okay.
So people who are heading out in their own boat, if they want to get a decent spot, probably need to be there by 5.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. And it looks, I don't want to jinx it, but it looks again to be a beautiful weekend.
I know, right? It's so odd.
This is so
we finally have a nice summer, and it has to be the COVID summer.
The COVID summer, at least we're getting some nice weather. And it's like normal temperatures too, not too hot. We might be able to open up our windows.
We get to try the porridge and say it's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just right.
Right, but everything again outside at Blarney Island. If someone's never been there before, it is an island.
It is an island, a mile offshore, thus inspiring one of our slogans, a mile away from reality. So you can get there by helicopter, by private boat, or we have 2 40-passenger shuttle boats that run back and forth to shore all day and night that transport people. So you don't have to have a boat lifestyle.
Glad you brought up the shuttle boat because Friday, ladies' night.
Yes, ladies' night.
To me, I'm a lady.
Yes, you are.
Act like one.
There you go. All you have to do is join the text club, and you can ride the shuttle for free. And that's a really good move because we don't, unlike most places where if you sign up for an email newsletter or a text club, you just get barraged with stuff. If we did 10 in a year, I'd be surprised. Okay. So it's very few, but it's always something worthwhile, if that makes sense. So, we give out some free concert tickets and, 2-for-1 items, things like that are only available to members of the text club. And one of the things is ladies' night that girls who are members of the text club get to ride the shuttle for free on Fridays. So that's a cool thing. And Friday night, we've got a great band, Industrial Drive, playing. So for those of you who are looking for something to do Friday night, come on out.
What kind of music is that?
I'm sorry?
What kind of music?
They do, a complete variety of cover tunes.
Okay.
Basically, party music is how how they generally categorize. Most of the bands by us are, except for when we do our themed weekends of like 80s weekend or 90s weekend, then all the bands are themed towards that. Speaking of that, 80s weekend's coming up next
weekend, right?
Next weekend, yeah. So next weekend, it's Friday night, is Fast Times, featuring the world's foremost Joan Jett impersonator, who is apparently sitting in with them for a few tunes.
Cool.
And then Saturday, there's 3 80s bands back-to-back, headlined by the Lounge Puppets, which is one of the premier 80s hair bands in the country. And even on Sunday is one called Members Only. So, like the old Members Only jackets from the 80s. So, yeah, our 80s weekend is great for everybody who's into the 80s music and scene. So that's next weekend.
I was going to say,
weekend, there is no.
It's good to know, though. Make plans ahead of time.
The weekend after that is the best party on earth, which is Blarney Island 2 Fantasy Fest.
Yes.
Fantasy Fest, where we bring in the body painters from Key West, and we have costume contests, and we're gonna, on the Friday night, we're gonna have a masquerade ball, which works in well with the whole masquerade world, and masquerades and tutus.
Oh, that's so much fun.
Which is straight out of Key West. It doesn't matter, male or female. They wear.
Anyone can wear a tutu?
Yep.
I want to know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You'll be in a tutu?
Oh yeah.
You might actually
get me out, Rob. Called Tutu Tuesday for Fantasy Fest, because Fantasy Fest in Key West was a whole week long. For us, it's a couple days. But this year, Fantasy Fest in Key West got canceled due to the COVID issues. So we're the only Fantasy Fest in the country. And since we're not around on Tuesdays, we make our tutu party on the Friday.
I like it.
Yeah.
And that's 2 weeks away.
That's 2 weeks away, yes.
Oh, my goodness.
We just have great live music and beautiful weather. I mean, I know that's not much, but it's something.
What more can you ask for? What do you mean it's not much? That's all I want in life.
Sarcastic.
That's all I want in life. Okay, so we talked about Friday, live music Saturday and Sunday.
Every except for Thursday night when we have boat races. Every day that we're open Thursday through Sunday. So every Friday, Saturday, Sunday plus holidays, we've got live music. That's an absolute given. Yes.
And as always, family friendly this weekend.
Family friendly during the day. The only day that would be the Saturday of Fantasy Fest. That day we do 21 and over only, just because of the the nature of the theme. But otherwise,
very happens?
Pardon?
Is that when the body painting happens?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That is the one.
Just wanted to make sure.
It's the greatest party of the year for sure. Is Fantasy Fest, bar none.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We used to use the whole name Blarney Island 2 Fantasy Fest because most people didn't know what Fantasy Fest was, but now that it's over a decade old, people know what Fantasy Fest is. So it's I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's probably by far the favorite event of all of the people who love coming out to the island and being a little silly. So.
Right. And it's something especially this year, something to look forward to. It might be something you guys might see some new faces out there because people just trying to do new things and find any sense of normalcy during these times.
Correct. Yeah, we've got we're dealing with the two extremes. We have the people who don't want to do anything social for fear of COVID, and we strongly encourage those people who are in the high risk categories or who are at all concerned to please do not come out because. It's very difficult to have people who are drinking properly social distance. It doesn't matter what you do. They won't do it properly. So we create the environment by far. You do need a mask to get in. You need a mask to ride the shuttle service and all that kind of thing. But again, we caution anybody who's on the fence about whether they should come out or not. Just don't. I mean, why take the chance?
Yeah.
But if you are the type who's going to go out and be social and you want something to do and have some fun, then we're creating an environment where people can do that, hopefully very safely.
Excellent. And we appreciate it. I know I do. Again, any sense of normalcy this year of 2020.
Yeah.
Blarney is a staple in the summertime here in Lake County. For people who haven't been, are you living under a rock? You could go to the Port of Blarney. You could get a ride out there. If you don't have a boat, a lot of people have the misunderstanding, oh, I need a boat and I don't have one of those. You don't.
And the only thing better than having a boat is having a friend with a boat.
Isn't that the truth? I know my husband's like, we're never getting a boat. And I was like, well, you better find me some more friends with boats.
Oh, yeah.
Or a helicopter.
There you go. See, and you get to go do the boating stuff without all the expense and headaches that are involved. But it is a great way to be. Anybody who has a boat will tell you that their favorite experiences of their life generally involve the water. Yeah. And for those that don't have a boat, most of the people that come out to the island just love being out there in the center of a lake where you're a mile away from shore and a mile away from reality. And it's a bit like being on vacation for the day. Yeah. It's like spring break for people of all ages. Yeah.
I love it.
So it's definitely that kind of an atmosphere. And well, you have a wonderful rest of your day. And yes, I'm going to look forward to seeing you out there very soon, Leah.
I promise you I'm getting out there. Right. I promise I'm going to get out there. And as always, anyone that wants to get any information of what we just talked about, just check out Blarney Island on Facebook.
Yep, or BlarneyIsland.com. You got it.
Cool, Rob.
Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the beautiful weather, whatever you're doing.
All right, Rob, we'll see you later.
Yeah. Well, I hope everyone has all right, have a great weekend. Keep living on island time.
Bye.